And I have a few Paradise Falls mods that I can convert to Tale of Two Wastelands. So let me see here. Let's see. That one? It's not that. It would be F, Fallout 3, mod. These three. Copy. And let's see. That would be the E drive, and that takes me. Nope. Cancel. Hi, Alfred. So nothing there is relevant. Now we go over to my conversion account. Exit it. Bye-bye, Alfred. So it would be these four here. So, of course, to convert a mod from Fallout 3 to Tale of Two Wastelands, there's three big steps. The first one, of course, is open up, and all three of them are done here in Xedit. The first thing you want to do, add masters. In this case, you need to add all of the Fallout New Vegas masters, with the exception of the packs. So you don't need to add the packs. You also need to add Anchorage, the Pit, if the... Dang it. And you need to add Tale of Two Wastelands. Those are all the masters you need to add. You have to do it for each one you're going to convert. Once you've added all of those, you also have to sort them. Sort master, sort master, sort master, sort master. And when they're done being sorted, you should see them in this order. And you're done with this first two stages. Now for the first two stages, you can do them all in one pass and then save and exit. However, for the following stages that come after it, just want to make sure I didn't throw anything in it overwrites. It didn't. Good. Reopen it. Wait for it to finish loading. And I've provided the link in the past on where to get the script that we're going to be using. But you need to run a script on the mods, the ESP files. So we want to apply script, TW conversion script. Let it run its thing. It'll say at the bottom when it's done running the script. There it is. It is done. So what did it modify? Alright, so here's something interesting. You can also do modifications directly here, but first let's modify them all with the script. Apply script. Then I usually would like to go in there and see if there's any conflicts and change those records directly. So let it modify that script. Do the same thing to this one. And while we're here, let me double check in the mod. They don't use FOSE scripts in here, so let's see. Tale of Two Wastelands. Nope, it's a single ESP file. So that means it would use any script that uses our vanilla. Same thing with that one. Same thing with that one. See, if they use FOSE scripts, then you would have to do. Then it's a little bit more complicated. But so far, I haven't run into any that really need the FOSE scripts. That kind of stuff I'm adding into my game. Apply script. Save. So you'll notice here that the object bounds are different here than they are in any of the other files. So usually what I like to do here is change the object bounds so that they match. This prevents conflicts by having all the records the same. -9, 14, -5. Similarly, we look in the wasteland. So say it's calling it capital wasteland here. Since we're using this for Tale of Two Wastelands, I'm going to update this to match. And that's good. So now let's look in the mod for Stocked Bar. It has an edited world space. It's good. Because we did our cross ways change. Here we go. That looks fine. That looks fine there. Again, that looks fine there in its world space, and then we only have one more left to quickly look through to see if there's anything of note. This is named Paradise Falls NPCs. So I'm not seeing anything of particular note that we need to look at in there. Capital Wasteland, we're good. We can save, we can close. Go over to my main account, Tale of Two Wastelands. One, two, three. Four. And since I'm modifying these on myself, I usually like to, after I've modified them, just so I don't forget, I like to find them on the Nexus, and we will look at them on the Nexus, just so you can know what mods I'm using. And I contact the mod authors, let them know, I have modified your mod for Tale of Two Wastelands. Do you mind if I put it up on the Nexus for others to use? That's why only 2 mods are down below, up on the Nexus, from my modified playlist, despite having all of these. I've only got permission to upload 1 so far, because the others have not responded. And the other one I made by myself, so. Alright, so we need, first I want to reference its ID. Okay, got the Nexus ID. Pull out a new tab. Fallout 3. Let's see. 17348. Can I just type that in? 17348. Fallout Nexus. Let's see, we also need 117040. And then last one is 2335. So these are the 3 mods we have just converted. And so on. And again, what I like to do is just toss an email to them. Just like hit the contact button and go. Named NPCs in Paradise Falls Fallout 3 mod. Hi, I just converted for my own use in Tale of Two Wastelands, your mod. Come on. Do you mind if I upload it to the Nexus for others to enjoy? A very simple email message, as you can see. Not the most complicated thing in the world, but this is the process I like to go through for every mod I convert. Paradise Falls Greener and Clean. I have this one. Do the same process. Paradise Falls Greener and Clean. And I consider it part of the mod converting process because you want other people to be able to use your mod, and to do that, well, you've got to be able to, you've got to get the permissions. Paradise Falls stocked bar. Send a message. And our work here is done. So now we will now pop back in to the Wasteland. Let's see, NVSe 4 GB. We'll turn off monitor capture. I'll use a toggle free cam to fly through the area.
Threat neutralized.
Toggle free camera. Look, there's actually some green here. So that mod is doing its job. Now obviously I won't be able to get a good look in here. This is actually the this area here that we're looking at. It's part of the world map in order so you can see everything from the wide view. But this is actually, it's kind of interesting how Bethesda does things. Like, for example, they could have theoretically made the entire game an open world game with no loading doors. Because you can see they actually have to build the majority of the world space so you can view them from, you know, the outside area. So you can view them from a distance and you get all the notable landmarks. You'll see the same thing in Skyrim. If you go to Skyrim and actually disable the borders, you can actually go beyond the borders of Skyrim and you'll see things like the White Gold Tower. You can fly up to it. You can see all of the landmass of all of Tamriel is built there. but it's very low res, just like this is all kind of low res and sparse. So they could have built the game with no load doors, but they figured that load doors would at least make saving and loading things better than having all in one huge instance and then having to unload cells as you leave. So it was a performance-based issue that they chose to do. They decided to go with load doors so that they could optimize performance. If they had gone without load doors, which some mods have actually changed the games, like there's OpenCity Skyrim, which removes the load doors and has everything within the world space. So you can actually open up a door, it'll swing open, and you can just walk right into an area. Like I said, it's a performance-based thing. Bethesda decided to go for a performance helping issue where they would have load doors. But you can see they had to build the bare bones of everything, so that when you could see it from a distance. You could see all the important things from a distance. But for example, like when we were way over there, we could see the big boy. We could see a lot of these buildings, but we couldn't. But there was no people in there because these peoples are the people are inside the instanced area. It's really kind of interesting when you think about it.